In this section, we're going to talk about X-linked traits. So X-linked traits are located on the X chromosome, and because chromosomal females have 2 X chromosomes and chromosomal males have 1 X chromosome, the expression of X-linked traits is unequal between those two sexes. Hemophilia is one of the diseases that is carried on the X chromosome, so we've got a couple questions about hemophilia to answer today. Hemophilia is a rare hereditary human disease of the blood. The blood of individuals with this condition does not clot properly, and because they can't clot properly, they bleed excessively, even from small cuts. The possible alleles for the hemophilia disease are X capital H, X small h, or Y, which is a normal Y chromosome, which never carries the hemophilia gene. So the first question says, what is the genotype of a female who does not carry the hemophilia gene? So an unaffected X chromosome is X capital H, and she has 2 of them because she's not a carrier. So she has X capital H, X capital H. A female who is a carrier is going to have X capital H, X small h. And a male who is unaffected by hemophilia will have X capital H, Y. And a male who has hemophilia will be X lowercase h, Y. So the problem we are going to answer says a female with the genotype X capital H, X small h, so she's a carrier, and a male with the genotype X capital H, Y, so he's unaffected, are thinking of having children. What are the probabilities of these parents giving birth to sons being bleeders or hemophiliacs and to daughters being bleeders or hemophiliacs? So the Punnett square is set up for you, so all you need to do is fill in the boxes. So the first box is going to have 2 X's with capital H's, since those are, and that's going to end up being a female with 2 capital H's, not a carrier. And then we have X capital H and then X small h, so she's a carrier. And then we have X capital H, Y, and X small h, Y. Number 2 says how many of their sons will have hemophilia. And if you look, there is in fact one who has that X small h, Y, and that means that he is hemophiliac. So there's 1. And then number 3 says how many of their daughters will have hemophilia. And since neither of the daughters have 2 lowercase h's in their genotype, the answer to that question is 0. Another X-linked trait in humans is color blindness. If someone is colorblind, they are unable to differentiate typically between the colors red and green, and it's more common in males because it's an X-linked trait. The X genotype, or X allele for color vision, is X capital B. The X colorblind allele is X small b, and then Y chromosomes don't carry this gene. So in this problem, we have a male who has color blindness, and he marries a female who is not colorblind but carries the allele for color blindness. So we're going to use our Punnett square to determine the genotypic and phenotypic probabilities for their offspring. So again, the female is not colorblind, but she is a carrier. So she is going to have X capital B and X small b. And then the male is colorblind. And so he is going to have X small b, Y. And then we're going to fill in our boxes. So then we can answer the questions. What is the probability that they will have a colorblind son? So of their 4 children, they do have 1 son who will be colorblind, so that's 1 out of 4. And then what is the probability they will have a colorblind daughter? And again, they do have a colorblind daughter in this situation, because if you have 2 X chromosomes that have 2 colorblindness alleles, you will actually get a colorblind female. And so that's also 1 out of 4.